Have you ever wondered how the Earth is spherical? Do you know that in the past, many people believed that the Earth was flat? In this video, we will explore the reasons and proofs of the Earth's sphericity and challenge old beliefs. Get ready to discover scientific attractions about the Earth. Flat Earthism is promoted by organizations and individuals who, contrary to centuries of scientific consensus, believe that the Earth is flat while denying that the Earth is spherical. Beliefs of the flat Earth are pseudoscience, and hypotheses and claims are not based on scientific knowledge. Flat Earthers are classified as science deniers by philosophers and physicists.
Hello, my name is Abbas and welcome to the Black Mastery Box channel. I try to make the best video and the highest quality video with the good family of Black Mastery Box. So, if you are not a member of our family, I suggest that you become a member so that I can increase your general information from 0 to 100. So please subscribe my channel and don't forget to like this video.
Flat Earth groups in modern times date back to the middle of the 20th century. Zealot fanatics, often religiously motivated or involved in conspiracy theories. Flat Earthism is increasingly promoted using social media. The modern flat Earth belief originated from the English writer Samuel Rowbotham. Based on the results of his experiment, Rowbotham published a pamphlet in 1849 and stated that the Earth is a flat plate with the North Pole in the center and its edges limited by a wall of ice, which is the South Pole. Rowbotham also believed that the Sun and the Moon were 4,800 kilometers above the Earth and that the entire universe was 5,000 kilometers above the Earth. He also published a pamphlet entitled The Inconsistency of Modern Astronomy and its Opposition to the Bible, in which he argued that the Bible supported the idea that the Earth was flat and immovable. Many flat Earthists try to prove with their arguments why even though the Earth is flat, it behaves the way we think it is. But the main issue is this: if the Earth is flat, it will not be the planet we know. In fact, if the Earth is flat, humans and all creatures on Earth will die. Now be ready. We want to prove the roundness and sphericity of the Earth and strongly reject these ideas. 1. In the past, the moon was a great mystery to the ancient Greeks, and in their search for more knowledge and information, they made many insightful observations that helped humanity understand the shape of our planet. Aristotle, who had done many studies on the spherical nature of the Earth, found that during a lunar eclipse, when the Earth is between the Sun and the Moon, the shadow on the Moon is circular, and this shadow belongs to the Earth, and this clue is considered accurate about the spherical nature of the Earth. Since the Earth is rotating, it casts a constant oval shadow during each eclipse, proving that the Earth is not only round, but spherical. 2. If you've ever walked along a beach and gazed at the horizon, you've probably noticed an interesting phenomenon. Ships seem to come out of the sea. But we know that ships do not come out of the water again as they approach our sight. So the reason why it looks like the ships are coming out of the waves is because the Earth is round and not flat. Imagine an ant walking across the surface of an orange towards your field of vision. If you look from the top of the orange, you will see that the body of the ant gradually appears from the horizon, and the reason is that the orange is spherical. If you do this experiment with an ant on a road instead of a spherical object, the result will be different and you will see that the ant is slowly exposed, depending on how clear your vision is. 3. These observations were originally made by Aristotle between 384 and 322 BC. At that time, he determined that the Earth was round by considering the various constellations moving across the sky towards the equator. After returning from his trip to Egypt, Aristotle said, "Stars can be seen in Egypt and Greece that are not seen in more northern regions." He further said that this phenomenon can only be justified if humans see the stars from a round surface, and claims it happened that the Earth is not big, because otherwise, the impact of this small change of location will not be revealed so quickly. As you move away from the equator, the known constellations move further towards the horizon and are replaced by other stars, which would not happen if the Earth were flat. 4. If you stick a stick in the ground, it will form a shadow. Over time, the shadow of the wood moves on the ground. The same principle was used in the construction of ancient shadow clocks. If the Earth were flat, 2 sticks in different places would cast similar shadows. But it doesn't happen like this, because the Earth is spherical and not flat. Eratosthenes, 276 to 194 BC, used this principle to accurately calculate the circumference of the Earth. 5. Stand on a flat plateau and look ahead and at the horizon. You put pressure on your eyes, and then you take out the eyepiece and you can stare ahead as far as the eye works, with the help of eyepiece lenses. Now climb the nearest tree around you, the higher the better. Now look again. You will notice that the higher you go, the farther you see. Usually, we tend to relate this issue to obstacles on the surface of the Earth. For example, let's say that houses or trees block our view, and by going up, we will have a clearer and better view. But this is not the real reason. Set. Even if you are standing on a completely flat plateau with no obstacles between you and the horizon, the higher you get, the farther you can see. This phenomenon is caused by the curvature of the Earth, and if the Earth was flat, it would never happen like this. 6. If you've ever been on a plane to another country, especially on long trips, you'll realize 2 facts about the plane and the planet. 1. Airplanes can move in an almost straight line for a long time without deviating from any edge. They can also orbit the Earth nonstop. 2. If you look out the window during a long transoceanic flight, most of the time you can see the curvature of the Earth on the horizon. 7. It is a fact that Earth is different from other planets. But in any case, there is life on Earth, and we have not yet been able to find life on another planet. Of course, each of the planets has its own characteristics, and it is quite logical to assume that each of the planets will exhibit certain characteristics, especially planets that are in different places or created in different conditions. All these things are also true for the planet. In other words, if many planets that were created in different places and under different conditions have the same characteristics, our planet probably has the same characteristics. All our observations suggest that the other planets are spherical, and since we know how these planets form, it is clear why they are spherical. Unless we have a very good reason to think otherwise, which of course we don't have. So our planet is almost certainly like other planets. 8. When it is 12 noon in New York and the sun shines in the middle of the sky, it is 12 midnight in Beijing and the sun is not visible. At the same time, it is 1:30 midnight in Adelaide, Australia. That is 13 hours ahead of New York, and the residents of Adelaide should witness the sunrise again and the start of a new day. This can only be explained if our world is round and rotates around its axis. At a certain time, when the sun shines in a part of the Earth in the middle of the sky, there is darkness in another part of the world, and vice versa. This causes time differences and different time zones to exist, especially in some cases even more than 12 hours. Another thing about time zones, the Earth, and the sun is this: if the sun were a focal point of light shining directly into a certain area, and the Earth were flat, we would still see the sun even if it wasn't directly overhead. But you can see the light coming from a spotlight on a theater stage, even though the crowd is sitting in total darkness. The only way to create two completely different time zones, one completely dark and the other bathed in light, is for the Earth to be spherical. 9. The interesting point here is that gravity attracts things towards itself. The force of attraction between two objects depends on their mass and the distance between them. If we want to say it simply, attraction or gravity targets the center of mass of objects and pulls them towards it. To find the center of the object, one must examine the object itself. Consider a sphere. Because the globe has a fixed shape, no matter where you stand on it, the exact same amount of globe is under your feet. The center of mass of a sphere is at its center. This means that gravity pulls anything on the surface of the sphere down towards the center of the sphere. It does not matter where the object is located on the surface of the globe. 10. In the 60 years that we saw space experiments, satellites, probes and even humans have been sent into space. Some of them returned to Earth, and others are still hovering in the solar system and even the world beyond, and many of them are sending stunning images back to Earth. In all these pictures, the Earth is spherical. The sphericity of the Earth is clear in all the images recorded by the astronauts of the International Space Station.
In this video, we prove that the Earth is spherical and examine the issue using scientific reasoning. As a result, we can say that the Earth is spherical and this matter is of great importance. If you wish, join us in the development of knowledge and scientific progress. Thanks, dear viewers. Stay tuned for the next videos.